Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I'm back again with another video. In today's video, I will be doing my weekly check-in. I will be letting you guys know what I spent this week, and I will be letting you guys know what bills were due this week as well. And I'll let you guys know at the end what debt I'm concentrating on for the month of May. If that sounds like something that will be of interest of you, please continue to watch. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to support my channel and my journey. I appreciate you all. Now, let's get into it. This week, I'm going to say April 20th through April 26th. I usually track my spending from Monday through Sunday. So I'm going to let you guys know what I spent this week. It wasn't a whole lot, and I'm happy about that. And I will be writing down what bills I paid this week. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to write here, bills due this week. No, I'll just write bills to let you guys know what bills were paid this week. And that is from April 20th through April the 26th. So the first bill that was due this week was electricity. And electricity was $173.22. And it was paid. The next bill that was due this week was my Apple credit card. And that amount was $68. And I will mark that or check that as being paid as well. The next bill is YouTube TV. That was due this week as well, in the amount of $82.99. So I'll just say $83. And I'll mark that as paid. This pen is giving me a hard time. I might need to get another one. So I am paying my Chase/Amazon card. I'm giving them $306. I decided for the month of April that I will not be paying my student loan interest because the interest is so low, although the balance is high. I feel like I'm going to concentrate more so on my credit card. So I took the money that I was going to give to my student loan interest, and then I put it on my Chase/Amazon card because I'm so close to paying it off, and I gave them $306. So as a total for bills this week, I spent $306 plus 83 plus 68 plus 173.22. I spent $630.22 on bills. All right, and so I'm going to write next what I spent. So I'm going to write spending here. And I'm going to let you guys know what I spent, like I said, from Monday through Sunday. So the first thing I spent money on was, is Imagine Theaters. My husband and my daughter, we went to go see the Michael movie. It was very inspirational, if you will. I just appreciated his creativity and what he contributed to music so much. That's what I took away from it, was how much of a creative genius he was. And the movie was really good, in my opinion. If you've seen it, let me know in the comments if you saw it and what you thought of it, if you liked it or not. But I bought the tickets because my husband said he would buy the concessions. So, like me, I'm going to go ahead and take the cheaper route. So our tickets were $34.40 for the theater. And then I turned around and bought tickets again because my daughter and I were going to go on a mother-daughter date, or we was actually. And I'll let you guys know. Let me write this down before I forget where I'm headed. I spent $30.70 because we are going to see The Devil Wears Prada. But I actually had to return these tickets because I have a nail appointment that day. So we were going to spend the whole day together and see The Devil Wears Prada too. But I forgot that I already had an appointment that day. So instead, we're just going to go out to eat after church. So we're going to go to church on the, I think the 2nd, this upcoming Saturday. We're going to go to church, and then we're going to go to Hook and Reel or one of those places, and we're going to have seafood boils. So that's going to be pretty cool. So honestly, this $30.70, after I returned it, I got back $27.50 back because I had to pay that. I think I paid the convenience fee to purchase the tickets, but you don't get it when you return the tickets. So let's see the difference. 30.70 minus 27.50 equals $3.20. So technically, I only spent $3.20 on these tickets. But also, let me write this down here. I'm going to end up buying the tickets again because I'm not sure what day we are going to go to the movie. I just know that I can't make it this Saturday to the movie, so we'll probably go the following Saturday, and I'll end up buying the tickets again anyway. But technically, I only spent $3.20 there. Next was Kroger, and I spent $40.51 at Kroger. And then after that, I spent money at ParkWiz, which is a parking app, because my husband, who was the greatest, bought my daughter and I Chris Brown and Usher tickets. So we are going to see them in July. And so I went ahead and got ahead of everything and paid for the parking. And that's $42.50 for parking. And then I have another Kroger transaction this week, and that was $67.35. And then lastly, CVS. I went to CVS. I had to get a prescription, and I also got me some weekend wine, and that total was $12.18. So I'm gonna total this all up. So I'm gonna keep my 3.2 on here plus 34.40 plus $200.14. That is amazing. I am so happy with this number. I have been very, very, very intentional about my spending this week. So for this week, my spending is $200.14, and then the bills $630.22. I'm really, really, really happy about that. So I'm going to add both together for a grand total of $830.36 for money spent this week. So in regards to my Chase Amazon, I'm not sure what the exact balance is. I think it's around $1,800. So I am so proud about that because this Chase at the top of the month, the top of April, I owed them like $500. So I'm getting things down slowly but surely. And that is that, you guys. That is my weekly check-in. That is the amount of money I spent this week. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and unstuff all of the money that I spent this week because everything from my bills was already in my checking account. So I'm going to unstuff these Imagine tickets. That's going to be in my entertainment folder. So I think that's here in my pink binder. Yep, entertainment. So I'm going to take, let's see, I had $34.40 plus $3.20, $37.60. So I'm going to take out $38 for entertainment. Oh, I'm going to need some change. let's see. See if I can change this somewhere. If not, I'll have to go into my big bank. Yep, I got all 20s in here. I'm going to go ahead and change this 20 real quick. Hold on one second. So I'm going to take these two 10s and I'm going to change that. And then I'm going to just take the $38 out. So I have a 20, a 10, a 5, 6, 7, and 8 for $38 for entertainment. The next thing I'm going to unstuff is going to be from my, no, you know what? I'm going to do Parkwear. So let me just go ahead and highlight these out as being funded. And then I'm going to do Parkwear next. That's going to be $42.50. So I'm going to go to entertainment, and I don't think I have enough. So I'll probably have to take the rest out of my wallet. So hold on one second. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. So I have 35 and I need 42, so that's like $7. So I'm gonna go ahead. Let's see, that's what I have here. All right, so I'm gonna do 5, 6. I'm actually gonna do 8 to cover that. Let's see. So we're gonna do 20, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, and that's for entertainment for Parkwear. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight that as being funded, and now I don't have anything in my entertainment binder, so I'm going to have to go ahead and replenish that as much as I can. Next I have Kroger. So I have 2 Kroger charges, so I'm going to add those up. One is $40.51 plus 67.35 equals $107.86. All right, I don't even think I have $107.86 in my binder, and if I don't, I'll probably remove some money from household to help me out. So for food, I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. I have $100 even. All right, so I'm gonna go to household. I have $40 in here, and I'm gonna grab a 10, a 5, and 5 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and I'm going to add $8 over here. So I'm gonna add a 5, 6, 7, 8 to help me out with the food. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add this back to household. So now I have nothing left for food. And I did meal prep this week. I know what meals we are eating this week. And so I shouldn't need any more money for food until my next paycheck. So that is $108. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 80, 90, 95, 100, 5, 6, 7, 8, 108. So you go ahead and add that. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 100, 105, 106, 107, 108. So I can go ahead and highlight out my Kroger expenses. And lastly, it's going to be CVS. And that's going to come from my spending money, since I bought weekend wine with that. So that was $12.18. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my money I have over here. I like to round everything up to the next dollar amount. So I'm going to go ahead and stuff 13. So I'm going to put a 10 in here and a 5. And I'm going to take out 2 singles. And this is what I have left in my spending money. I have $33. And I shouldn't be spending any money this week. I have everything I need, all the food and everything. So, yeah. Let me go ahead and highlight that out as well. So that is it, you guys. I have cash stuffed all of my spending for the week in the amount of $200. This money will be going into my bank. So I'm going to take this money, put it in the bank, and then I'm going to go ahead and pay the balances that I charged. So that is it for that. That should be a little over $200. So if I count, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 150, 160, 170, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, or 200, 201, 202. So I have $202 that's going to go into the bank. So that is going to be it for the video, you guys. This is one of my first weekly check-ins. It felt easy for me to do it this way so that I can make that all my bills were paid before the beginning of the new week, and to break down all of my spending for the week. So majority of my money went to food and entertainment. So that's it, you guys. Thank you for joining me. If you're still with me, please drop a green heart at the bottom, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.